G'day, it's Chef Jason here, and welcome to The Great Bite. Here we share love for all things culinary, including history, recipes, and stories. So don't forget to subscribe and join in on the adventure. Have you ever wondered where your favorite steak actually comes from? Why is it that one cut is perfect for the grill, while another needs to simmer for hours? And what happens to the rest of the cow after the premium steaks are removed? Today, we're taking a journey from nose to tail to explore every major part of the cow and discover how each section is used in the kitchen. Whether you're a home cook, an aspiring chef, or simply curious about where your food comes from, understanding beef cuts will help you cook smarter, shop more confidently, and appreciate the incredible versatility of this remarkable animal. Before we dive into the individual sections, it's important to understand how a cow is divided. Butchers first separate the carcass into large sections called primal cuts. These primal cuts are then broken down into smaller subprimal cuts, which eventually become the steaks and roasts you find at your local grocery store or butcher shop. The tenderness of each cut depends largely on how much the muscle worked during the animal's life. Muscles that perform very little work are naturally tender, while hard-working muscles contain more connective tissues that benefit from slower cooking. The chuck comes from a shoulder and neck area. Since cattle constantly use these muscles while walking and supporting their weight, chuck contains a good amount of connective tissue and rich marbling. Popular cuts include the chuck roast, chuck eye steak, flat iron steak, Denver steak, and ground beef. The best cooking methods include braising, slow roasting, smoking, stews, and burgers. Chuck is famous for producing an incredibly flavorful pot roast. While it isn't naturally as tender as ribeye, slow cooking melts the collagen into gelatin, creating the meats that's rich, juicy, and fork tender. Flat iron steak, however, is one of the hidden gems of the chuck. It's surprisingly tender and excellent for grilling. Next comes one of the most celebrated cuts in barbecue. Brisket comes from the chest muscles that support much of the animal's body weight. Because these muscles work constantly, brisket is extremely tough when cooked quickly. Brisket consists of two muscles, the flat and the point. The flat is the leaner and slices beautifully, and the point contains more fat and produces incredibly juicy barbecue. Brisket is ideal for smoking, braising, corned beef, and pastrami. Low and slow cooking for 10 to 16 hours transform this hard-working muscle into one of the most flavorful cuts on the animal. The shank comes from the upper portion of the legs. Like the shoulder, these muscles are among the hardest working on the animal. As a result, shank contains abundant connective tissue. Common uses include beef stock, soups, osso buco, and stews. And the marrow inside the leg bones is also highly prized for its rich buttery flavor. Professional chefs often roast marrow bones and spread the marrow on toasted bread. Moving towards the middle of the cow, we reach the rib section. This area performs relatively little work, making it one of the most tender parts of the animal. Popular cuts include the prime rib, ribeye steak, and back ribs. The ribeye is famous for its beautiful marbling. The fat melts during cooking, creating exceptional tenderness and flavor. Best cooking methods are grilling, reverse searing, roasting, and pan searing. The prime rib remains one of the most luxurious holiday roasts around the world. Located beneath the ribs is a short plate. Although often overlooked, this section contains some of the most flavorful beef available. Cuts include the skirt steak, hanger steak, and short ribs. These cuts are favored in Mexican, Korean, and French cooking. The skirt steak is ideal for fajitas, Hanger steak is prized by chefs for its intense beef flavor, and the short ribs become incredibly tender after several hours of braising. This is where the world's most famous steaks originate. Because these muscles perform very little work, they are naturally tender. Cuts include T-bone, porterhouse, New York strip, and filet mignon. The porterhouse contains both the strip steak and a large portion of tenderloin. The T-bone is similar but contains a small section of tenderloin. The filet mignon is prized for its tenderness, and the New York strip offers outstanding balance of tenderness and a bold beef flavor. These steaks are best grilled, pan-seared, or reverse-seared. Running beneath the backbone is the tenderloin. This muscle performs almost no work. As a result, it is the most tender cut on the animal. Popular preparations include filet mignon, chateaubriand, and beef Wellington. Although incredibly tender, tenderloin has less beef flavor than fattier cuts like ribeye because it contains very little marbling. Behind the short loin sits the sirloin. This section provides an excellent balance between tenderness, flavor, and affordability. Popular cuts include the top sirloin, bottom sirloin, and the tri-tip. Top sirloin grills beautifully, and the tri-tip has become famous in California barbecue. Sirloin is versatile enough for grilling, roasting, kebabs, and stir fries. The flank comes from the lower abdominal muscles. Although lean, it offers outstanding beef flavor. The long muscle fibers make it suited for grilling, marinating, stir frying, and the London broil. Always slice the flank steak against the grain to maximize tenderness. Finally, we reach the rear leg. Like the shoulder, these muscles work constantly. The round is lean and economical, and the cuts include top round, bottom round, eye of round, and rump roast. Common uses include roast beef, sandwich meat, jerky, and stews. And because these cuts contain little fat, careful cooking is needed to prevent them from drying out. The bones themselves are incredibly valuable. They are used for beef stock, bone broth, demi-glaze, and roasted marrow. Slow simmering extracts collagen, minerals, and deep savory flavors that become the foundation of countless soups and sauces. Traditionally, very little of the cow goes to waste. Many cultures prize different organ meats. These include liver, which is rich in vitamins and minerals, the head. The parts of the head, including the cheeks and brain, are used in Mexican cooking. The heart, lean, muscular, and surprisingly steak like. The tongue, slow cooked until tender for tacos and sandwiches. Beef lung, nutrient dense organ meat, highly valued as a lean, protein rich delicacy. Beef stomach, also called tripe, valued as an inexpensive source of lean protein. Oxtail, used in stews because of its high collagen content. And kidneys and sweetbreads, which are also considered delicacies in many cuisines. Rendered fat, known as tallow, has many uses beyond cooking steaks. It is used for frying, in pastry, and traditional cooking, and before vegetable oils became common, beef tallow was one of the world's primary cooking fats, and it is also used in candles and soaps. Understanding where each cut comes from makes choosing the right meat much easier. Tender muscles such as ribeye, strip steak, and filet mignon are ideal for quick cooking over high heat. Hard-working muscles like brisket, chuck, shank, and short ribs reward patience with extraordinary flavor after hours of slow cooking. Every part of the cow has a purpose, from premium steaks to nourishing stocks, from stews and roast to tallow. Appreciating how each cut is used not only improves your cooking, but also encourages a greater respect for the animal and the craft of butchery. The next time you're standing at the meat counter, you'll know exactly where that cut came from and the best way to bring out its full potential. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment below. This is Chef Jason, and remember, love is the secret ingredient.